Capricorn. Hi, Capricorns. We are going to do your reading for May 1st through the 10th, and we will start with love. And then after that, we will move on to singles. And then after that, we will do career and financial opportunities. Okay, so we'll get started with love first and see who you're dealing with in love and how that is going. And take a look. So Capricorn, show me Capricorn, please. Who they are dealing with in love, in regards to love, where they're at, how they're feeling. And also an outcome card, and put Capricorn's cards down as well for May 1st through 10th, 2019 regarding love. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I feel like that one for some reason, but let's see what we got here. All right. So we have the wheel, all right, Wheel of Fortune. This is in their sector, okay, who you're dealing with in love. The wheel, they have the lovers, nice, they're totally physically attracted to you. And we have the 8 of coin, okay. And you have the 7 of coin, the Knight of coin, and the 8 of swords, interesting. And we have the Knight of fire at the bottom of the deck. I pulled this one as well, Queen of coin, okay, all right. Okay, cool. All right, so they have the wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune. So like something's changed, something is turning, something is spinning, you know, with this person. Maybe they just recently got freed up, or just they're in some sort of process of starting a new cycle of their life right now. And as far as how they feel towards you, they have the Lover's card. So there you go. So they are into you, Capricorn. All right. Now, sometimes the Lover's card can also indicate a choice, but I think that this is just indicating that they are physically attracted to you. They want to hook up with Capricorn. All right. That's what I'm seeing there. With the 8 of coin, I think this person is like, yeah, it's interesting. They're like sitting in the field reading a book. But I think that they are like studying you. I think that they realize that you're not just a simple catch, you know, so that they have to kind of, I have a feeling, and especially I can imagine, because, you know, I've gone out with a few Capricorns before, and Capricorns typically are very well versed in many ways. You know, they typically have a pretty good grasp. They're good conversationalists, and they're usually up on many things. So I have a feeling this person, they're that into you, and that they're studying up on some things so that they can stay relevant and whatnot, you know, for future dates and what have you, you know. Now you have the 7 of coin. So I think you're sort of kind of still assessing the situation. I think you're going to move forward with this person, but you're being a little bit slow, and that doesn't surprise me. Being, you know, if you've watched me before, you know I'm always kind of poking fun at Capricorns and their slowness to get around to doing things, right, when it comes to romance. And with the 7 of coin, I think in a sense you're kind of studying them too, and just like not like in a different way. Like they're studying to kind of keep up with you and impress you, and not impress you necessarily, but yeah, I think you get what I'm saying. Whereas you, I think you're just sort of like, you see this as like a possible, like it's a possibility, you know. That's the way I think you're looking at it. Like the seeds are there. Maybe this could turn into something, maybe not. I don't know, you know, that kind of thing. With the Knight of coin, though, I think that, you know, you see this person as a good, as a possible like future, having the whole thing with them, you know, because the Knight of Pentacles to me is a card of someone who kind of sits back and assesses things, but they see like a bigger picture, and they see like magnificent things, you know. So I think that you're sort of looking at this like, yeah, I think this is worth putting effort into this person and giving this a shot, because I think you're starting to kind of see that they could make a really great potential partner in the long term. So I think that's kind of nice. You do have the 8 of swords, though, so I do feel there's a little bit of fear here. Typically, to me, the 8 of swords is a card that indicates somebody who isn't really expressing themselves the way they really, really want to. So it's like they're a little apprehensive to do that. Maybe because of social statuses, or maybe because of just self esteem. You know, it could even be that. It's typically a card to me of some sort of fear of holding back and not being the true self, not expressing the true self, not coming across as really what you really are, or are thinking or wanting to communicate. Okay. So I do see that, because the you know the like this picture is actually really cool, because it's a herd of like unicorns back here, and there's one that's kind of leading the pack. And the thing is, that's what it is saying. Like, you have the ability to lead the pack. You know, yes, you are a unicorn. Yes, you're very different inside. That doesn't mean that you have to hide that from society because you're going to be judged weird, or hide it from just other peers or what have you. You know, you're individual. It's cool. Go with it. You know, I mean, you don't have to be like crazy. You know, just kind of, but be a little bit more self-expressive about what you really want and things like that. So I think there's a little element of that keeps us a little bit, because this person's ready to go, man. They're like ready to go, like ready to go. So, and you have the Knight of Fire at the bottom of the deck. So, I mean, the Knight of Fire is ready to go. You know, so it's like, I think that it's like you kind of got to get that spark going, that sort of motivation and expression and things like that going to. You have the Page of Cups here. So, and the Two of Cups also. So I feel like somebody just became single, you know, that you've known. Maybe it's like somebody you've known from the past, or maybe you've just been around them for a while or something like that, and they've just recently become single. And I feel like there's an opportunity here, and I think it could be a really damn good connection, quite frankly. So I would definitely explore it. I mean, if you feel it, you know, obviously, I mean, it's just tarot, so, you know, whatever. But I mean, like, if you're really feeling it, you know, tarot cards are pretty accurate usually, you know. So, I mean, if there is something to that, it looks like it could be pretty good. I mean, Two of Cups does not suck. That's a good love card. Oh, you have the Ten of Cups, actually, not too far back from there either. So this could really have some potential. Really, really has some potential for you, Capricorn. So, okay. All right. So let's see what singles have. Man, that was easy. All right. I like it. I like it, Capricorn. Let's look at Capricorn singles and see what's going on there. Although that kind of almost seemed like a singles reading. But, yeah. Whatever. All right. Single Capricorns, other messages, please. Single Capricorns, for single Capricorns. For May 1st through the 10th. May 1st through the 10th. May 1st through the 10th. Single Capricorns. Ah, nice. Okay. All right, definitely could be dealing with a Leo soon if you're not already. I have the Strength card at the bottom of the deck, and I have the Sun card out here, both cards of Leo. I also have Aquarius figured in here, but it could be any signs, so it doesn't really matter. I feel though there's like a choice thing going on here, like a big sort of, oh, I don't know, should I do this, should I do that kind of thing with someone. I think it's like, actually, I don't think it's a choice between two people. I think it's a choice of whether or not to reach out to this person, or to communicate with them, or to put yourself out there kind of thing, is what I'm thinking. This could be somebody from the past, because I do have the Judgment card here. That's possible. Or it could be somebody that you're not sure, but you think they might be married, and so you're kind of not sure if you should continue thinking about them and use your discernment and that sort of thing. Maybe block this person. Maybe they're coming on to you, and you might be attracted to them, but you know it's not going to work because maybe you guys work together, or they're married, like I said, something like that. But for a lot of you, I think this is more about somebody from the past, and I think, you know, there could have been some regrets with that. Okay. There could have been some third-party element to whatever relationship was in the past, And I almost feel like it was on your side. Maybe. It could go both ways. It might have even been both of you. I don't know. Like kind of holding secrets and not being like super upfront with each other. And you might be weighing out like whether or not to contact this person again. I mean, I don't see like any amazing cards around that if you were to do that, like where it would be like, oh my God, different this time around. I mean, you know, it's possible. But I see a lot of third-party cards like around this situation, whatever it is. And for some of you, there could definitely be like if you are in like some sort of third-party situation with someone, or find yourself in that situation within the next little bit here in May, there is, you know, and I know most of the people who watch my stuff are, you know, more like my age and stuff where that wouldn't be an issue. But for some of you that are younger, there could definitely be like a pregnancy here but it's like not in a good way, like in a way that would like keep you kind of trapped, you know, into something. So careful with that. But honestly, I think mostly like you're scoping out somebody, or somebody is scoping you out. And I just get the sense that this is somebody from the past. They want like a rebirth with you. They want like a redo. And it's either you checking them out or them checking you out. A lot of Leo energy here, so that's possible. Or maybe it's just that they have that strong in their chart and it's coming out for some reason, you know, here. But I do feel Leo is strong here. Somebody's kind of keeping an eye on you. Somebody's like checking you out and that sort of thing. It could be them. Maybe they're not sure whether to come forward or not, you know, and I could be picking up on their energy because I did make two separate piles here. So this could go either way. And it just feels very up in the air right now for the singles. Like I don't see new stuff coming in. I got to be honest. I don't see like aces or, you know, new type energy. I just see this person that is checking you out. Maybe you're checking them out, you know, seeing what if they're available. They're checking to see if you're available. Usually when that kind of stuff happens, you're probably going to get together because the Lover's card is not too far down the deck here. So whether or not it's, I mean, it's probably not the healthiest choice with the Devil card there right behind it also. But, you know, maybe it can turn around for some of you. I mean, that's possible. Oh, a little ways down, I do see an ace of wands, which that always indicates to me, because when it's a wand, that a new person is coming in, possibly an Aries. But that would probably be more, I mean, that's quite a few cards down, so that could even be like towards June or something like that. But I don't see too much going on except for like kind of rehashing, like keeping an eye on somebody, somebody's keeping an eye on you, you know, that kind of deal. And you guys probably will end up physically connecting at some point more down the road, not in this time period, a little bit further. So, all right. All right, let's look at career and financial opportunities for Capricorn. See what's going on there. Capricorn. Career and financial opportunities, please, for Capricorn. Capricorn. Career and financial opportunities for Capricorn. Capricorn. Okay, High Priestess just fell out. All right, that's cool. So there could be something coming that you're not quite aware of yet. Could be like kind of a little surprise. Hopefully that's a good thing. Okay, let's see. Capricorn. Capricorn in May 1st through 10th, 2019. Page of Pentacles is the card I pulled off to the side, so that's good. So that doesn't relate to this reading. That just goes to show me that some of you will definitely have some sort of new opportunity coming in. If you're looking for work, that's some sort of offer of work. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Oh, yeah. All right. So, I mean, your current financial. Sorry, I usually turn off my phone. I forgot. Your current financial card placement is a Four of Wands, which is pretty good. So Four of Wands to me indicates some sort of stability. I mean, it's a 4, so chances are you're somewhat stable right now. You could be very, very stable also with the Four of Wands. That can be 2. Possibly into real estate, things like that are indicated sometimes, or things around like entertainment industry, you know, things like of that nature, or entertaining. But regardless of what your career is, the 4 is good. It probably just shows me that like right now, like you're pretty stable. So this is a kind of a weird advice card here, because it's talking about like where new sources of income might come from. And you have the Nine of Swords, which is a little weird, but I'm going to look at it in this way. There's something here, I think, that has to do, this is going to be a very specific reading. So I think that's why I pulled the Page of Pentacles off on the side, because I said that won't relate to this. I'm just going to say, for some of you, for those of you looking for work or like hoping that there's signs of a new job or something like that coming in, yes, there is. There's the Page of Pentacles, okay? Now, this read is very specific, okay? Because this is in the sector of where, what do I have written exactly? New sources of income come from. Sorry, I had to glance at my notes. So the way I see this, because based on the opportunity card that's coming in, is this has to do most likely with something to do with like pharmaceuticals or something to do with an industry of people who have a lot of anxiety, or things to do with prescription medicines, or possibly drug use in some way. And no, I'm not saying drug dealer. It's a little odd, but that's what I'm getting from this, because otherwise this makes no sense whatsoever on how it would be like in this position of where new sources of income come from, because the standard meaning of this card is anxiety. Okay, so I really highly doubt that new sources of income would come from you being like overwrought with anxiety. That doesn't make any sense. So I have to go that I think it's like it has things to do, like new sources of income could come to you based on something around like people with anxiety or products that cater to that, or working with people in that sector. There's something about that type of energy, okay? And especially because that kind of combines also with the next cards that I see here, because this is in the opportunities around you sector. Okay, so again, this would make no sense because it's opportunities around you. And this card means like being totally confused, having way too many options, no clarity, you know, that sort of thing. But on the rare occasion, it can mean like rare metaphysical insight, but I don't think that's what it's saying here, because mostly, a lot of times too, I look at this card as people with like maybe addictions to prescription medications, or just prescription medications in general, because they kind of make your mind cloudy where you can't focus. So I think there's some sort of opportunity or something for some of you out there that has something to do with either helping people with addictions, or maybe investing in, and again, I want to remind you, this is for entertainment only. Okay, so, you know, oh, that tarot reader said invest in pharmaceutical, but, you know, something maybe perhaps about working with new, or it doesn't have to be new, but working in regards to investing in some sort of pharmaceuticals that deal with anxiety or something along those lines. But I think it's more about you kind of offering your knowledge or expertise in this field for some reason, because how this benefits you is you have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is a communicator, all right? The Page of Wands just, they study and they study and they study, and then they communicate what they study. You know, they communicate what they've learned and that sort of deal. So I believe that this would have something to do with perhaps giving talks to young people, or communicating a message to youth in some way. It doesn't have to be youth, but I do have a couple pages around here, so it could have something to do with that. It could also have something to do with maybe love situations also. So it maybe doesn't have to be pharmaceuticals and addictions and things like that. It could also be like counseling or therapy involved with love situations, like sudden, you know, losses, or relationships not doing well, you know, or products or things geared towards that type of, towards psychological type anxieties. So whatever realm that hits, okay? And I feel like it will benefit you. You will find out what kind of communicator you are, and that sort of thing, and it'll be a good positive thing for you, okay? Now your overall card is the Devil card, so that is your card. So to me, it's there's two ways to look at this, all right? So it could be you just kind of coming into your own, you know, and really kind of finding your place, okay? Because it is your card. All right, so there is that. The other element of it is, and it sucks for you, Capricorn. I'm sorry you guys have the devil card. That sucks. All right. But the other element is I got to look at it as the devil card too. So with this other stuff, there could be an element. I would just say to use your discernment. Make sure that, you know, if you are taking some sort of opportunity in this realm, that it's not just based on so much on material gain that it's at the expense of a lot of people's benefit or welfare. Okay, so I would say, you know, make sure, kind of check that, use your discernment. Okay, since the devil card is here, I will say that. But I feel like this is more about you using your wisdom to kind of something to do, you know, with possible like marriage, counseling, youth, drugs, you know, anxiety, or investing in those types of like some sort of product or new, or it doesn't have to be new. I keep saying that, but it doesn't have to be new, or some sort of something like that will give you a pretty good dividend, I feel, with the Page of Wands also. So kind of an odd specific message. Maybe it works. I don't know. All right, you can let me know. Okay, so that was your reading. If you guys got anything out of this, as always, I just ask if maybe you could just leave a little comment or a little emoji or anything like that. Not looking for compliments. It just really helps my channel kind of get into circulation when they see activity on it. Subscribing really, really helps too. And also, I don't really tote myself too much, but I did add some like behind the limb cool stuff on my Etsy shop. It's underneath the description of the video. And I didn't just like slap my name on something. I made some really like kind of cool killer designs. So check it out if you want. All right, so thanks guys, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye.